Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched my previous videos. Really appreciate it and I hope you enjoy the rest of this one. So previously I've gone for a crime thriller, mystery thriller, psychological thriller type genre, and that's generally my go-to, but I thought I would push the boat out a little bit and I would go for an autobiography. So this video is about the autobiography by Ant Middleton and it's called First Man In. Now many of you may recognise this gentleman. He is on the Channel 4 programme SAS Who Dares Wins. He's done lots of other programmes for Channel 4, but that's the one that he's predominantly most well known for, and he's one of the DSs who put all of the contestants through their paces and mimic what Special Forces selection should be like. The programme is absolutely fantastic, and if you've not seen it, you really need to check it out. But this book is almost an extension for me of him within this programme. 3 words I would use to describe this book is interesting, factual and empowering. The book itself is very easy to follow as it's broken down into segments, and at the end of each section it gives you some form of leadership tool, which is a lot of what the book surrounds by. It's his life, but it's also giving you tools and teaching you about leadership. A great feature of this book is it encourages your own self-reflection and evaluation of who you are, and he gives you tools and techniques to really get down to who you are as a person and how you can conquer your fears and any situations that you might be in that you're not normally used to, or you're a bit scared, or is just an unknown situation. And I think that's great. It's also fab that you actually get an insight into who he is as a person, because the person that he is on the TV screen and the person that he portrays isn't always the same, and it shows the raw character of who he is and how he's grown up and how he's changed from being this boisterous, naughty, misbehaved child into a disciplined, straight to the point, fast kind of guy, which you have to be in the Special Forces. And seeing how he's changed brought an element of emotion, and it brought an element of realness to what was being spoken about, because the Special Forces are actually people behind what they're doing, and I thought that was a really nice touch. There's no details spared within this. It's almost like an all-access pass to his life and everything he can talk about the Special Forces that obviously is within reason. There are certain things that no one can talk about, but it was great that he managed to include everything possible he could so you could really understand what it was like, and that was a great aspect of the book. To be honest, I've always been a fan of Ant Middleton, I've always been a fan of the Special Forces, and I've always been a fan of the programme that he's been in. So my expectations were quite high for this book, and I honestly thought that my expectations were met and exceeded. So on a whole, I would give this book a 7 out of 10. I would read it again because I think there's lots of information that you can glean from it if you read it a second time or third time around, because for me, the first time I read it, I was mostly focusing on him as a person as opposed to paying massive attention to the lessons that he was teaching at the end of each chapter. I would 100% recommend this book. You guys should go out and buy it. He has just released a second book called The Fear Bubble. It's out in all major retailers, and I think you should go and check that book out as well, because I will be going to pick that up once all this madness is over. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time for the next video. Bye!